Beth Deel, mom, community activist, and artist. So my family is from Honaker, Virginia, which is in deep southwest Virginia, near the border to West Virginia and Kentucky. Um, it's a lot of coal mine, or it used to be. It's not so much anymore, but back in the day, it was a lot of coal mines and that kind of industry. My mother's side of the family is from right outside of Roanoke. Um, so anyway, they all just sort of ended up populating Roanoke and nearby. And so I grew up in Catawba, which is about 10 miles north of the city, right in sort of the bottom of the mountain on a little farm. Sure, well, actually it is in my backyard. We live in the southeast portion of the city. We live in the neighborhood that connects the two greenways. So there's the Roanoke River Greenway and there's the Tinker Creek Greenway. We love to ride bicycles and we love to walk and we love to go down to the river. And so it's a really wonderful place to live. They're still working on the Greenway here, but I think we're really close to finishing the largest portion of it, and it's really made a difference connecting neighborhoods and communities. Like you can really get around the city almost primarily using the Greenway system and then just popping out, in different areas. So we use it a lot for transportation. For instance, to meet you today, we bicycled down. So that is in my backyard, and it's a wonderful resource too. Well, my personal hope for the future is that we decided to have our children here, and so far it's a wonderful place for children, and I hope that continues, and there's even more to offer them. So people are like, oh, you don't want to be in a small town because there's not as much opportunity, but there actually is quite a lot of opportunity here. And yes? Oh, okay. Can you give me 1 second? My hope for Roanoke is that it's able to stay small and have its own personality and not try to be something it's not, or try to be a city it's not. I think that happens to a lot of places where, I don't really know how to put it, but it's cool factor, and its attempt to try to be something it isn't. I think it's done a really great job at actually having the confidence to be Roanoke and not to be another city. I hope that remains, and I hope that doesn't change. And I think the people that are here and work so hard to make Roanoke, I think that will have everything to do with how that turns out. Yeah, so the work I've done is very relational to Roanoke itself. In the last 5 to 6 years, I've done everything from create a community events calendar to curating an on-the-road show of sort of the best of Roanoke artists and taking that, to larger cities. Done wacky events all over town. Out of that was born a performance troupe. The most popular of things we do is stilt walking. Who knew? And so I really just try to insert myself in any gaps I see in the city of sort of like, hey, it'd be cool if we did such and such. A group of us started a bike ride a few years back called Star Bomb, where we meet at the Mill Mountain Star, which is sort of our famous icon in the city. And there's a zoo up there as well, and a couple of other things. So we meet at night and ride miniature bicycles down the mountain as fast as we could to the bottom, just for fun. And those sort of wild, wacky things that aren't like benefits or fundraisers, they're just for fun. Those are the things I'm most interested in, because I think people of all ages should just have fun where they live. And when you do that, you become more engaged in where you live. So that's sort of where the heart of my work is